Refresh? 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 Hello? Are you there? Test, test. Test, test. Testing? Testing? Maybe Opera is the issue, huh? I have Google open right now. Hello? Am I okay? Am I alive? Calling up all wisps. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear this? Wait, if I snap. Okay, I can like pinch it a little bit. I can pinch if I do this. Kinda crazy, kinda crazy. Here, I'm gonna do something like this actually. For this, I'm lowering my hands, my camera, so it's pointed at my hands. Hopefully this will help a little bit. So that way I can go like this. Flop, 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 flop. Okay. Oh, it's freaking out again. I think it's just my internet. Lame. Alright, I'll try my best. Okay, so we're gonna start today. I'm gonna redo the introduction. Hello, VOD watchers. This is gonna be my first attempt at doing like actual proper ASMR. We're gonna be speaking softly. I have all my alerts turned off, so no more jump scares where you suddenly hear dicks really loud in your ear. Unless I choose to scream dicks in your ear, but that's neither here nor there. All my sound alerts and stuff are turned off, so no worries. All you'll hear is literally my voice and me, like, I don't know, tapping and typing and maybe some occasional background noise, because I live with some noisy people. Okay? Okay? For people who are not VOD watchers, you are welcome to request anything in specific, whether it be stories or just anything you would like me to try, and I'll do my best, okay? Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna try not to make too much noise. I'm trying out this microphone setup where the microphone has, well, my old microphone, it's not the best. It lags out so much sometimes, so I'll try really hard not to cause any issues for it. But when it lags out, it might make a loud noise, so I'm so sorry. But, it has a 3D setting on it, so I can, like, be on one side of your ear while, like, I don't know, scratching with the mic with the other side like this. Although I don't think that would sound good, but it can be like pop, 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 pop. I have a chip clip. I don't know. So bad, so bad. Posture check and hydrate. And I'll try not to make any body noises. So yeah, if you have anything in specific you would like, please feel free to request. And this is just me trying out new things. I'm so sorry if I'm not the best. But yeah, also sorry for any lag. I don't have any control over it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So let's start with Here Be Dragons. This was a request from Avery. Avery wanted me to read the SCP SCP, the SCP stuff for Here Be Dragons. So I'm gonna. So, let's start. SCP-1762. Item classed was safe, but now is neutralized. Special containment procedures. SCP-17621 is held in a standard containment unit at Site Redacted. During the periods when SCP-17621 releases SCP-17622, video logs are to be recorded for future oh god, I got scared. For future research. Although instances of SCP-17622 have been deemed harmless, they should not be allowed to exit their containment unit. Description: SCP-17621 is a plain cardboard box that is 32 centimeters by 20 centimeters by 26 centimeters. It's spray painted silver on the interior and the exterior, and the words "Here be dragons" are handwritten in permanent marker on the lid of the container. Opening the lid of SCP-17621 when it is not in the process of a release reveals it to be empty. SCP-17621 will frequently open and initiate a release of SCP-17622. During this time, the box will briefly emit a large... Ah, my god, I got scared. Thank you so much for that follow. I wonder if you guys could hear that. I'm gonna turn down my microphone. Feeling sleep, and this is perfect. I'm gonna turn down my microphone. My headphones. I wonder if you could hear it through my headphones. It scared the shit out of me. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay. So, SCP will infrequently open and initiate a release of SCP-17622. During this time, the box will briefly emit a large amount of black smoke that quickly dissipates. It takes an average of 20 seconds for SCP-17622 to emerge after the smoke clears. SCP-17622 is a collective term applied to the beings that emerge from SCP-17621. All instances of SCP-17622 bear resemblance to various types of dragons in both Eastern and Western depictions, albeit in forms similar to that of origami models. Analysis of SCP-17622 reveals that they are composed of kami paper. After exiting SCP-17621, instances of SCP-17622 will fly together in large groups and interact playfully with any nearby personnel and each other. SCP-17622 vary in length from 9 to 30 centimeters. All are capable of sustained flight once they exit SCP-17621 and have been recorded attaining speeds of 15 kilometers per hour. The number of SCP-17622 varies with each opening of SCP-17621, with numbers ranging from 50 to over 400. Approximately after 2 to 3 hours of time spent outside of SCP-17621, all instances of SCP-17622 return and fly back into SCP-17621. During this time, SCP-17621 will once again begin emitting smoke, and instances of SCP-17622 will vanish after passing the rim of SCP-17621. SCP-17621 closes once all SCP-17622 have returned to it. The next date of release is inconsistent. A message is written or carved into varying materials. Written or carved into varying material will sometimes materialize on top of SCP-17621's lid once the box retrieves all instances of SCP-17622. Attempts to send a message or recording device with SCP-17622 have provided negative results. These documents and their appropriate dates of appearance are being compiled and recorded. On redacted, SCP-17621 began to undergo a series of events that lasted 11 months and 28 days. These events, as well as prior incidents that led up to it, the beginning of this scenario, have now been classified under the Jabberwocky event. So, let's read it. Okay. I might even fall asleep while listening, so good night if I do. Of course. I understand. Oh, I'm trying to give myself some water. I'm so sorry. I'm already feeling like dehydrated. Okay, I did it. I quietly set my water down. Okay. Okay. So, document 17621, date obtained, 2004. This is the first recorded instance of SCP-17621 opening while contained at site redacted. You found us. Thank you. It has been so long since we last saw each other, friends. The peace has been upheld. The giants and behemoths have kept their word and have not caused any trouble since you last came and gave the order. We missed your company. How has your family been? Do you still know how to work your room? You're welcome to visit any time. Okay. Document 17624, obtained in 2004. It's strange to see how much your world has changed. Is it even stranger to see how we now appear in this place? In fantasy, we are much bigger. Or maybe you've grown taller? Fantasy is still the same. We hope you can visit us like you used to. Though our room is as grand as ever, it appears yours has shrunken? We don't understand. The rooms were supposed to be maintained, as our agreement. Please restore the belief. Document 17626, date obtained, 2005. Only 20 instances of SCP-1762 appeared during this event. Said instances did not lift off and instead walked slowly on foot. For the whole period they were out of SCP-17621. Friends, we apologize for a few numbers. We've had to remain in fantasy for quite some time. The others are growing impatient. We're trying to keep the peace, but please, for all our happiness, repair the room quickly. We know you're trying. Your family is the most imaginative of us all. Document 176214, date obtained, 2000 something. Along with 10 instances of SCP-17622 appearing, 3 balls of yellow, crumpled construction paper were expelled from SCP-17621. These pieces were observed to shake violently for 5 seconds and ceased all further movements. They were picked up by SCP-17622 and returned to SCP-17621. The giants were foolish. Your room was not ready to accept them yet. We're sorry, friends. We hope that we can still see you, but time is growing short for our happiness. Okay. Document 176215. Obtained, redacted. 5 instances of SCP-17622 emerged carrying said document. They immediately returned to SCP-17621 after depositing it on the floor. Tensions are rising. Fantasy is becoming darker. We, the serpents and the hybrids, are furiously trying to hold them back, but the giants and elves wish to strike and make an entrance. They say that your family has grown stupid and ignorant. We hope this is untrue. It would sadden us all greatly to know that you have forgotten. Document 176216, date obtained, redacted. A single red instance of SCP-17622 emerged from SCP-17621. Its wings were torn and it was noticeably crumpled. It collapsed onto the floor 1 minute later and did not move again. Upon its expiration, the body of SCP-17622 rapidly unfolded and revealed a message written on the white side of the paper. War. Goodbye, friends. 2 hours later, SCP-17621 opened and emitted flames that reached 2 meters in height and temperatures of 1700 degrees Celsius. Sounds of distant roaring were heard within SCP-17621. At 2000 hours, a large amount of torn paper pieces and paper balls were ejected from SCP-7621. Several damaged SCP-7622 were also expelled and were deemed deceased upon examination. SCP-17621 continued to sporadically open and close for the next 6 weeks. During this time, it continued to emit fire as an amount of paper discharged from it steadily decreased. Matter resembling muscle tissue was continuously expelled from SCP-17621 at increasing frequency. SCP-17621 remained closed and inactive for the next 7 months. Document SCP-176217, date obtained, redacted. This document was discovered lying inside the interior of 17621. It was written on parchment, and many of the words had been blurred or stained by blood. Are you still out there, friends? We miss you dearly. Fantasy is no longer safe. Our haven, your beautiful creation, is gone. The giants are dead. The centaurs are dead. The birds have fled. We're going to bury your room. We cannot risk hurting you. This is our goodbye. Maybe one day your family can build another room. This may be a hollow hope, but we will cherish this thought. 1 hour later, SCP-17621 began to shake and emit smoke for 15 minutes, after which it began to sag and collapse. Several portions of the box began to char and tear, creating small burn holes throughout. The words, "Here be dragons," on the lid of the box were burned away. Document 1762. 18. Date obtained is redacted. Is the final message obtained from SCP-17621. It was written in ink on a papyrus scroll. Also depicted a scene of a painted mountainous landscape filled with large trees and waterfalls. A single winged dragon can be seen in the background. It appeared to be flying away. The message was written in black ink on the bottom right-hand corner. Master says that we won't see you again. We're sad. So are the remaining others. We once filled each other's heads with dreams and goals. It's so sad that we cannot share them any longer. Master says we have to go. He says that he will make us a new fantasy. He says you cannot be a part of it. We're sad. We love you. We will not forget you. We're scared. Will you forget us? Upon removal of document 176218, salt water began to leak from SCP-17621, and the burn marks that covered the container began to disappear. 3 minutes later, SCP-1621 had been restored to its original state. The words "Here be dragons" were replaced with the words "Here were dragons." The Jabberwocky event is declared concluded with this occurrence. Addendum 3. Since the end of the Jabberwocky event, SCP-17621 has shown no further anomalous properties and has been declared neutralized. SCP-17621 and 3 deceased instances of SCP-17622 now reside in the researcher Yoshihiro Takenaka's office for commemorative purposes. Okay, and here's another addendum. Okay, so after nearly 8 years of inactivity, researcher Takenaka reported SCP-17621 began emitting purple smoke and spontaneously opened at 2300 hours, falling onto the floor. It dislodged a single chunk of crystal, later identified as amethyst, and a large leather-bound book. Its contents of this book appear to detail various species that once lived within the world of SCP-17622. Though, from what the author has written, all organisms mentioned were likely extinct. This book is now classified as SCP-BOL1, as 1762-BOL1. The amethyst crystal had the following words carved into it. One last time. After falling, SCP-17621 continuously emitted smoke for the next 40 minutes before ceasing all activity. Upon trying to pick up SCP-1761, Takenaka reported that the box proceeded to disintegrate upon touching it. Its remains are now kept in a containment capsule in his office. 13-minute array is hard. Yeah. Arc ray is tough. How sad. Sad. So sad. Wow. I'm back. Welcome back. That was so sad. It made me sniffle a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I sniffled a little bit. I went boo-hoo. I went ooh. So sad. Okay. So, the story always makes me cry. It's so sad. Okay. Beasts of the Old Letters. You hold in your hands the paper keys, the keys that can unlock fantasy. When I first discovered this wondrous land, I could scarcely believe everything before me. The spiraling and floating mountains that reached so high that the rings of clouds were still below them. The great waterfalls that sprayed down from ancient rivers that flowed through forests with trees wise and full of knowledge. Can my hand... Hello? Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Sorry, my hand was going kind of nuts there. Okay. The oceans with their golden beaches, cool and lapping waves that never roared nor stormed, and life within, such unique and wonderful creatures that have walked through this fantastic world. Took years for me to gaze upon them. Who knows? I may have more to see. I can't see them anymore though. The land is now barren and cold, so empty and sad that even the icy ridge that lines the northern forests would offer more warmth. Everything has vanished. All the wonder gone, all the vibrant, amazing things in this world that this world had to offer disappeared. I still wonder where they went. I doubt I'll ever know. All I do know is that I have my books, my stories, and the memories that are already beginning to fade away as I grow aged and alone, and an old man's mind that still believes a long-last fantasy may remain. I don't think I'll live to see them come back, but I leave these stories to whomever finds them, so that they can know that they existed. Wow! 1,000,000 stories. Wow, this person put so much effort. They even provided like drawings and stuff. Bumpkles. That's funny. There's some drawings in here. So cool. That's fun. Wow. Cool. Cool. Funky. Alright. That was Here Be Dragons. So, next is gonna be... I'm sorry, my chair is rubbing against it. I can't go any lower on my chair. I think this is the lowest I can go. Can I lower my chair anymore? Let me see. Nope. This is the lowest it goes. Still like right underneath my desk, so it rubs directly against it. I'm so sorry. Okay. Next is gonna be Tufto's Proposal. Okay? This was another recommendation from our wonderful Avery. Cause yeah, I think it'd be cool. So this is Tufto's Proposal. This is item SCP-001. So this is one of the first ones. Like there are several first ones. Special containment procedures. The object class was Keter or safe. Either or. Not either or. It was once Keter, but now it is safe. I don't remember I think Keter was bad and Euclid was like medium, right? Right? Which one? So was it? I don't remember. Which one was it? I think so. Okay. Special containment procedures. Following the recent investigations of Robert Montauk, no action is currently needed to contain SCP-001. It is functionally self-containing, and any Foundation interference may harm or alter its containments irreversibly. No Foundation personnel are to engage with any new matters related to SCP-001, with exception of related anomalies already in Foundation containment. Keter is hard to contain. Euclid is dangerous to contain. Oh, I see. I understand now. Okay. So, description. SCP-001 is an entity ordinarily referred to as the Scarlet King. SCP-001 is currently located in several alternate dimensions simultaneously and is unable to enter into the prime dimension. However, it is believed to have been repeatedly attempted to entry for a period of several thousand under 300 years. This has now been corrected. It said several thousand and now it says under 300 years. SCP-001's physical, mental, and conceptual properties are unknown to the Foundation. Nevertheless, it continues to assert a strong influence on a number of individuals and events within the prime dimension. It's believed that SCP-001's existence represents an ongoing, dormant, Tashkent-class cross-pollination Scenario 1. Should SCP-001 enter the prime timeline, an irreparable alteration to normalcy will occur. Containment of SCP-001 is a top priority. But now is, however, unnecessary. Any attempt to alter SCP-001's classification or object class will result in an immediate dismissal from the O5 Council. Sorry, there's noises upstairs. Ooh, spooky. Spooky, there's noises. Knock, knock, knock. I'm gonna knock on my thingy. Okay, I'm so sorry about the lag. It wants me to suffer. It wants me to suffer. I also keep knocking my nose against the microphone. Sorry. Okay. References in art and oral tradition to SCP-001 appear across a wide variety of human and non-human cultures across the universe, including in communities which have never previously had any contact with one another. Common description of these traditions are of a red creature of immense size, ordinarily wearing a golden crown or other headdress to signify royalty. Although the names are ascribed to SCP-001, the vast majority vary. The majority contain two elements: a word signifying some form of royalty combined with the word signifying the color red. Cultures do not know which cultures which do not have the concept of the color red but follow naming pattern universally use a color analogous to the English concept of the color red. Most personnel, except those working on anomalies related to SCP-001, possess no knowledge of this entity. As part of SCP-2317's containment procedures, Level 4 personnel are to be informed that SCP-2317 is in fact SCP-001. The truth of this is unknown, although is a hypothesis which has received strong support among several members of the Council. The apparently multidimensional nature of SCP-001, however, renders the possibility that of SCP-23717. Oh my god, I'm eating bud at reading, huh? I'm really messing up. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna reread this. The apparently multidimensional nature of SCP-001, however, renders the possibility of 2317 being anything more than a single aspect of SCP-001 unlikely. It is unknown when SCP-001 was discovered. The loss of several archives concerning the events concerning the Foundation's origins in the 1889 Snarling coup has prevented a full reconstruction of events, although an investigation shortly following data expunged. A variety of groups dedicated to bringing SCP-001 to the Prime Dimension have existed over the years. The most recent of these has been Children of the Scarlet King, which was destroyed in a joint GOC-SCP operation on January 2018. Its former leader, Depeche Spivak, is currently in Foundation custody under designation POL 3172. Update. SCP-001 has been the subject of an extensive investigation by Dr. Robert Montauk, project lead on SCP-001, SCP-231, and SCP-2317. The Divisor of Procedure and Divisor of Procedure 110 Montauk. Based on the results of this investigation, SCP-001 has been downgraded to safe following a decision taken by the O5 Council. Upon the request of the former O513, a number of documents related to this investigation have been found. Oh my god. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta rearrange some stuff. I'll be right back. Give me a second. So sorry. I just had to rearrange myself. I'm also really bad at reading. I was getting too sweaty. I had a blanket in my lap to help muffle some noise, but I was getting too sweaty. These shorts are too not breathable, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Update from January 6th, 2018. SCP-001 has recently been the subject of an extensive investigation by Dr. Robert Montauk, project lead on SCP-001, 231, and 2317, and the deviser of Procedure 110 Montauk. Based on the results of this investigation, SCP-001 has been downgraded to safe following a decision taken by the O5 Council. Upon the request of the former O513, a number of documents related to this investigation can be found below, in order to provide context and further information pertaining to this theory. These have been curated, categorized, and included by the former O513 herself with the permission of O51, in order to provide some context to this re-evaluation. Phase 1. Blood. So, the following is an interview between Dr. Robert Montauk and POL 3172. Interviewer is Dr. Robert Montauk, and then I'm gonna call interviewee Pole. So when we're gonna be reading this, it'll be Dr. Montauk and Pole. Okay. Location: Site 3. Nope. 713. Interview room 2. I'm scratching my arm. It was freaking out over that. Okay. It's not Pole. It's person of interest. I'm so stupid. Person of interest. Again, Dr. Montauk. I don't understand what you people want from me. Dr. Montauk. Hello to you too, Depeche. I'm sorry to do this to you again. I think it's silly too, to be honest. What we want from you are answers. It's been what? 3 weeks? Months? You've dragged me down here into one of your interview rooms and asked me these endless questions. You or one of your lackeys, Dr. Montauk. I'm sorry. You've been made to feel uncomfortable. It wasn't my intention, but it's hard to keep tabs on everything anymore. Have the guards been treating you badly in any way? Person of interest. No, not really. I can't complain. It's just their eyes. They look so dead, so cold. Dr. Montauk, if you like, I can rearrange some personnel and put someone else in your security detail. We're a bit short-staffed around here at the moment, and a lot of our best folks are away. And then there's the paperwork and the endless oversight. There's been some trouble with, well, you don't need to know about that. Person of interest. You weren't what I expected, you know. Dr. Montauk. You thought the Foundation would be different? Person of interest. No. I thought you would be. You've heard of me? Of what you've done. Procedure 110 Montauk. Well, the people in my circles have done some dark things in their time, but I really did what was necessary, Mr. Spivak. As a Foundation researcher, and as someone who doesn't want to see his loved ones die. Yes, that's very like the Foundation, isn't it? Everything done is justified by what is necessary. You see the world and the people moving through it, living lives untouched only by totalizing universal laws of society and physics, and everything has to be channeled through those laws, and that which lies outside is to be contained. It's also very simple. You wouldn't say that if you worked here. Some of us called you evil. I don't think that's quite it.
It's kind of you to say, and to tell you the truth, I don't think you're quite what I expected either. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. You scared me so bad. Tell you the truth, I don't think you're quite what I expected either, especially given your reputation. That's kind of you to say. Oh wait, no. I've been told I'm a hard person to get along with. Too cryptic, they say. One person even called me airy. I don't think I'd call you airy. Your head may be in the clouds, but you seem too maddeningly smug about it. Granted, not as smug as some of the delusional cultists who have passed through here. I suppose I should be thankful for that at least. I'll try not to take that as an insult, but this is what I don't understand. Your procedure. 110 Montauk, it's not. I can't discuss that, I'm afraid. Must get on. Time and tide and all that rubbish. Please tell me what the children of the Scarlet King's overall intention was. The children are dead. There's not much left to tell you. I'd like to hear things in your own words. Then I suppose you could say that our intention was to save the world. And how are you planning to go about that? By bringing the Scarlet King to this reality, of course. You know this already. But how would that save the world? Doctor, is this really necessary? You took away his daughters years ago and ended up killing most of them. You have already annihilated our society, and I'm sure you already know about what went on with it. We worshipped the king, pretending he was Satan or some other ancient god of evil. Our inner circle believed in violation as the ultimate holy act. We failed you. Wait, no, we failed. And you and the book burners destroyed us. And the matter has been put to the rest. You seem awfully calm about describing the destruction of your life's work. What else can I do? I know how this is going to play out. Maybe I always did. Why do you refer to the Global Occult Coalition as the Book Burners? Were you and your group affiliate with the Serpent's Hand? That, it's complicated. It's a simple enough question. But there isn't a simple answer. Still, yes, we were affiliated with the Serpent's Hand. Most of us passed through there at one time or another. They will disavow us, of course, if you ask them about it. They're not monsters like we are. They have moral precepts, you see. Their whole point is to look and for wonder. And since they see no wonder in the king, they repudiate us utterly. I don't know that word, I'm sorry. I don't know what repudiate is. They repudiate us utterly, but they know deep down that they need us. They need you? What for? For the same reason they let us live. We raided the library, fought them, skirmished with them. They had a huge quantity of dirt on us, far more than you do, but they never finished the job. They're as bad as you jailers in their own way. The same compartmentalization, the same singular goals. Their existence is just based on nothing concrete. The empty time of history, that's all. Indeed, they came into being at the same time as you. You're more similar than you realize. That's impossible. The Serpent's Hand has been documented as existing long before the Foundation, and any No, you missed the point. The library's always been there, yes, but not the Hand. The Hand was something new, like you all are. You think anybody ever cared about wonder in the old days? Nobody cared about wonder. They cared about food, family, and blood. What's that supposed to mean? It means you wouldn't get it anyway, but the Hand would. I think even the book burners do, in their own way. But the Hand is scared. They'll try to blot us out, forget about us. We're what they should be, but never can be. You see? Look, Depeche, I've tried making things more comfortable for you, but we need some give and take. You're speaking in cliched, cryptic riddles, and I want some answers. Thank you so much for that. Oh. Okay. I keep getting jump scared by loud noises. I'm sorry. Look, Depeche, I've tried to make things more comfortable for you, but